Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, the official Dragon Ball Legends Twitter accounts have given us our first cryptic message, I'm assuming as to who the next free-to-play unit will be. And I have to specify that because, based on the cryptic message itself, I significantly doubt that this is actually going to hint towards the LF unit for this campaign, the GT campaign. But anyway, the official Twitter account gave us this image. You're seeing a pot watering a flower. Now, of course, this is in direct correlation with Dragon Ball GT in some sort of way, shape, or form. The only thing is, there is literally only one thing that comes to my mind personally when I see a flower being watered, right? And that's Pan Hunt. Well, in the game it's called Pan Honey, but it's also Bee Pan. Same thing. It's pretty much just Pan when she had the bee outfit on, right? Now, the reason why I believe that this is her is because, one, again, it's watering a plant. We already know like how bees function, so I really shouldn't have to delve too deep into that. But also, this doesn't, or at least from what I'm understanding, this doesn't correlate with any major like villain or anything of the sort. Granted, it's been a long while since I've seen Dragon Ball GT, but I believe that this doesn't correlate with any villains. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be Bee Pan or Pan Honey, however you want to refer to her as. But because of that, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a free-to-play unit, especially because we haven't gotten a new free-to-play unit yet. So what, we recently just got a Zenkai, so it makes sense that we're going to get a free-to-play unit, and then after that, then maybe we'll get the next summonable unit. So Pan Honey seems like the most logical choice. The thing is, I'm assuming that when we get the unit, she's probably, I mean, granted, they can make her any type they want. Something's telling me that she's going to be a support type. I really don't care what type she is or even what element factor, because GT is on life support pretty much. They can literally use anything. Quite literally anything. Any type, any element factor, doesn't matter. They literally need anything to help them. So having her as a support would be nice, and to save like the more, you know, offensive units for like the summonable banners and whatnot, right? Because more often than not, the summonable units are usually the stronger units in comparison to the free-to-play units. Again, in most cases, because some free-to-play units are kind of cracked, or at least when they first release. Now, putting all that to the side, what exactly does that mean in correlation to the summonable unit, right? Now, if we take it at face value, we could sit here and say, okay, so it's Pan Honey, so obviously like the new LF we're going to be getting is going to be a character based off of the arc that Pan Honey is in, right? And if I'm not mistaken, the arc that Pan Honey was in was the Black Star Dragon Ball saga. I'm pretty sure that's what that saga was called in GT, right? So if it's to be taken at face value, then that would mean maybe the LF unit is going to be a character from that saga. And out of everybody in that saga, I mean, I don't really know, bro. Like, that would pretty much mean that our LF would be General Rildo, and that doesn't sound right at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds really, really freaking bad. But, Dr. Mew is also a part of that saga. However, Baby is not. So, if that was the case, then if we were going based off of villains, the only logical option would be General Rildo. Whether it's like Meta Rildo or Hyper Meta Rildo or just plain old General Rildo, that sounds absolutely terrible. So I don't think that it would be a villain, because literally what we have, I think 1 or 2 Rildo units in the game, and they were like darn near day 1 units, and they never even looked at the character ever again after that point. So I really don't think it's him, nor would I want it to be anyway. Like, it's General Rildo. Nobody really cares about the character. So then it kind of defaults to the heroes, and in a sense, I mean, what? I mean, obviously, like, Goku would be a safe option. I don't know if it's gonna be anything. Well, no, like, if it's a hero, it's gonna be Goku. Who am I kidding? But I mean, there are other things that they can do when it comes down to GT and the LF unit that they can use. And I guess in technicality, when we had the Dragon Ball campaign last year, obviously, like, it's Dragon Ball Saga, right? But the iteration of Kid Goku that got the LF, even though that is quote unquote Dragon Ball Saga Goku, right? Based off of, you know, the movie and all that stuff. Just the visualization of the character is GT, right? Like the outfit. So it would feel weird to have two Kid Gokus have LFs literally back to back in a sense. I mean, that's just me. Obviously, Legends Team can do whatever they want, but that would just feel weird to me personally. But that's if they take everything at face value. So if they don't take things at face value and it's just, okay, this is just going to be the support or whatever type of unit that we have, the free-to-play unit, but the summonable unit is just going to be a GT character, but it's not correlated with the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, then who would the character be? Now, again, I speculated about this in my last video, but there are still two characters that I would really like to see get LFs as a part of the GT tag. And those two characters are Super Baby 2 and Omega Shenron. Primarily because those are two major antagonists in Dragon Ball GT, where one literally is the reason why Super Saiyan 4 even exists, and the other is the reason why Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta even exists. So again, two massive antagonists from Dragon Ball GT, and both of those characters do not have LFs in Dragon Ball Legends. So it would make sense that if we were to get an LF unit and it's not a hero, then it would at least be one of those two. At the very least, right? Heck, I mean, is there even a possibility of getting like an LF Super 17? Like, I mean, there would be a possibility for Goku, but I'm not too sure about Super 17 himself. But Baby and Omega Shenron make a ton of sense for two characters from Dragon Ball GT that don't have LFs and should have LFs. I mean, but we have LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku with Dragon Fist. He has an LF, obviously. We have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He has an LF. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's it. Like, I genuinely don't remember if GT has multiple LF units. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, and then we have Tag, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, and they have an LF. But I believe that would be it. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, apart from those three, there are no other LF units on that team. But again, like I said, it really comes down to, in my opinion, the villains. So again, I would like to see Super Baby 2 get an LF. It could easily be him, either like using Revenge Death Ball or him turning into like Grade 8 Baby and then doing something from there. Or Omega Shenron, it could literally be him doing any move that it seems necessary, I guess. And I'm pretty sure that it would work perfectly fine. But apart from those characters, I can't really see anything else from GT getting an LF as of this moment. I mean, maybe they'll give Goku another one. Maybe they'll find a way to give Trunks something. Maybe Pan will get one, who knows? But in terms of who I would like to see, it's either Super Baby 2 with him being number 1 on my list, or Omega Shenron. And the reason why Omega Shenron's not number 1 on my list is because even though he doesn't have an LF, he does have an Ultra unit. Super Baby 2 only has a general sparking unit. So I'd much rather like to see him get, you know, I guess revised in this current meta. But again, only time will tell. But either way though, those are my thoughts on the cryptic message. I believe it to be Pan Honey, and I'm hoping that we'll get a villain as the next LF unit. But I do want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.